Hello students, welcome back to my channel. This is Sneha Sopti who welcomes you back again with a new topic and an interesting topic and a very scoring topic and a very basic topic, how to balance a chemical equation. This is a very scoring and understanding topic for the chemistry subject. Now and then every time you will come up with chemical equations. So if I start up, what is a chemical equation? For example, if I take as A plus B gives C plus D. This is the arrow. Now the compounds or the elements which are written on the left hand side of the arrow, they are called reactants. However, the elements or the compounds which are formed on the right hand side of this arrow that are called the products. So reactants react together to form the products. But sometimes they are balanced and sometimes they are not balanced. Now what does this balanced term means? Before we start up with the main concept of balancing an equation, I would like to give you a simple example first. Then we move to the complex. If I say hydrogen plus oxygen gives H2O. Now in many of the books, even you will find out it is written as G, it is written as G, and it is written as L or the AQ. Now, what does this G stands for? G stands for gaseous state. G stands for gaseous state. L stands for liquid state. If any time you see carbon and it is written as S, that means the carbon is present in the solid state. So, whatever is written below the and in the brackets below the element or the compound, that represents their state. S for solid, L for liquid, and G for gas. And sometimes AQ is also written, that is also called aqueous. Now, in this particular reaction, H2 and oxygen are the reactants, and when they are mixing together and resulting in the formation of a compound, H2O, or we can say when hydrogen and oxygen are chemically combined together, that results in the formation of H2O. Now, what does balancing means? First of all, whatever is written on the reactant side, we will write all the elements. And whatever is written on the product side, we will also write all the elements. Now, in the reactant side, can you see there are two atoms? If you have any confusion in understanding how many atoms, how many are molecule, please do re-go into my previous video where you can see the difference between atom and molecule, where I have made you understand how to calculate the number of atoms in a particular molecule in a particular compound. In this in this particular reactant case, hydrogen has two atoms, oxygen has two atoms. In the product side, hydrogen has two atoms and oxygen has one atom. What does the balance means? Equal. In this case, hydrogen both have two atoms. That means they are balanced. But oxygen has two and here oxygen has one. So what do most of the students do? Now we have to multiply. If I multiply 1 by 2, we get 2. So now where to write this 2? We have to always write 2 before this compound or before a particular molecule. Many of the students do wrong. When they see that oxygen is 2, they do write like this. This is wrong. Or if they do write like this, H2 and then 2O, this is also wrong. We are supposed to write before a particular molecule the balanced number. Now when I write 2 here, now hydrogen becomes 2 into 2, 4. But here hydrogen is 2. So I have to multiply this also with 2 so that it becomes 4. So now 2 has to be written here. So now if you check, hydrogen is 4 and on the product side also hydrogen is 4. So now my hydrogen is balanced in a reaction. Oxygen is 2 and oxygen is also 2. So this oxygen atom is also balanced. So now we can say this reaction is balanced. We shall do few more examples to make you understand about the concept. Another reaction if we take, sodium is a metal S. Now that means it's in the solid state. Reacts with chlorine. Chlorine is in the gaseous state. G means gaseous state and becomes NaCl, sodium chloride, the salt which we all eat. Now it is formed. Now simple equation, again we have to do the balancing. These two are the reactants. So sodium and Cl. And on the product side, sodium and Cl. On the reactant side, if you see, sodium has one atom and the chlorine has two atoms. On the product side, both sodium and chlorine have one atom. Now, sodium is balanced, 1. But Cl here is 2 and Cl here is 1. So, we multiply it with 2 and it becomes 2. So, students, where will we put the 2? Here? No, we have to put it here before a compound. If you write like this, NaCl2, this will become wrong. Now, sodium, if I write 2 here, now sodium comes out to be 2. So what I have to do is multiply this sodium also by 2. So now if it is 2, I have to write 2 before this sodium. Now 2 sodium, 2 sodium, 2 chlorine, 2 chlorine atoms. So now this equation is balanced. I hope students you are able to understand how to balance an equation. Now we proceed more and more. Now a very interesting reaction in which 9 standard, 10 standard, 11 standard, 12 standard all acquaint with this reaction, which is called the Haber's process reaction, in which nitrogen and hydrogen react to form ammonia. This reaction is called the Haber's process reaction. We shall do it later on. This is the sign of reversible reaction. Now, if we talk about how many elements on the reactant side, 2 elements, N and H. That means nitrogen, hydrogen. And if I proceed on the product side, it is nitrogen and hydrogen. Look carefully, how many atoms of nitrogen? 2. How many atoms of hydrogen? 2. In this case, nitrogen has 1 atom, hydrogen has 3 atoms. I again tell you students, if you have any problem how to see the number of atoms in a particular molecule or a compound, watch on to my previous video, difference between atom and a molecule, in which I have given you detailed description how to see the atom molecule in a compound, how to calculate the number of atoms. So now in this case, nothing is balanced. This is 2, this is 1. So now this is 2, this is 3. How to do it? So I should try, this is a hidden trial method. So I should proceed. Let's multiply with 2. So nitrogen becomes balanced. Now this 2 will be written before this compound. Yes, nitrogen is balanced. Now, if 2 has come up here, this hydrogen will come up to be 3 into 2. Multiplication takes place. 6 atoms. But here it is 2. So, in order to make up 6, I multiply hydrogen with 3. So, 2 atoms of nitrogen on the product side, 6 atoms of hydrogen, 6 atoms of hydrogen. So my equation is balanced now. But do remember, whichever number you are multiplying with, it is always written before a compound. Please do not be confused where it has to be written. So now we move on to a little complex equations as well, and once you understand how to do them, they will no longer be remaining as complex. Now HNO3, this is nitric acid, reacts with calcium hydroxide, CaOH whole twice. So now it forms calcium nitrate, CaNO3 whole twice, plus H2O. Now I am not writing the states. I am just simply writing an equation. Now how these bracket ones? We shall proceed. How many elements? Which all elements are on the reactant side? H, N, O and calcium. Do not write OH again and again. Only one time you are supposed to write. Same we write down H, NOCA. We are writing the same elements on the left hand side and the right hand side so that we can compare and balance. Now see, hydrogen here is 1 and hydrogen here is 2. This bracket means O and H have 2 atoms. So 2 plus 1, now hydrogen has 3 atoms. Nitrogen 1, oxygen 3 and 2, 5. And calcium has 1 atom. Please, this is not, this whole twice is only for O and H. Calcium has 1 atom. If we move on to the product side, hydrogen has 2 atoms, nitrogen has 2 atoms, and oxygen has, we have to multiply 3 to the 6 and 1, 7, and calcium has 1. Now 1, 1, that is balanced. 5, 7, uneven numbers, 3, 2, uneven numbers. We can start with nitrogen. If I multiply here with 2, nitrogen becomes balanced. So what I'm supposed to do? Nitrogen is here. So I put 2 here. As soon as I put 2 here, hydrogen becomes, how much hydrogen becomes? 2. And here also 2, 4. And oxygen becomes 3 to the 6 plus 2, 8. Yes. Now this is 8, this is 7, 2, 2 balanced, 1, 1. So they are considered to be the multipliers. Why not we multiply 2 here? 2, we have multiplied hydrogen with 2. That means we have to put 2 here. So 2 to the 4. And oxygen comes out to be 3 to the 6 plus 2, 8. Can you see everything is balanced now? Yes or no? Everything is balanced now. So 2HNO3 plus calcium hydroxide gives CaNO3 whole twice plus 2H2O. Children, when you will be with lots of practice, when you understand how to balance, then you will not be writing all this. Because if I have to do balancing, I will not be writing all this. But basics when we do, we are supposed to write how to balance. Now again, one simple. Aluminium plus sulfur gives aluminium sulfide. Children, can we do direct without writing all this material? Can we do direct? Yes, we can try. Okay, aluminium 2. Can we write 2? Yes. Sulfur 3. Can we write 3? So an equation is balanced. This is the another way, but this we will proceed only once we are very much efficient and very much calculative to do the reactions. One more reaction we shall proceed on, which is barium nitrate, BaNO3 whole twice, reacts with aluminium sulfate, Al2SO4 whole thrice, gives barium sulfate, BaSO4 plus aluminium nitrate, AlNO3 whole thrice. So we started the balancing again with the basics, Ba and then N and O and Al. S. I hope I have written all the elements. Barium, nitrogen, oxygen, aluminium, sulfur. Same on the product side, write down these elements. Barium, nitrogen, oxygen, aluminium, sulfur. So barium here has 1 atom. Nitrogen here has how many atoms? We can see as 2 atoms of nitrogen. Now comes up to be oxygen. Be very sharp. 3 2s are 6 and 4 3s are 12. So 6 atoms plus 12 atoms. So oxygen has 18 atoms on the reactant side. Aluminium is 2 and sulfur is 3. Now we move on to the product side. Barium 1, nitrogen 3, oxygen 4 plus 9. It comes out to be how much? 13. Yes. Aluminium 1 and sulfur is 1. So now how to proceed? Yes, we can look to the aluminium 2 and here 1. Can I multiply aluminium with 2? So if I multiply the aluminium with 2, I have to write down 2 here. So now all these numbers will change. Aluminium 2, nitrogen will be 3 here and a 2 here. It comes out to be 6. And oxygen will come out to be 3 3s are 9 plus 2 3 3 is a 9. Sorry, 3 3 is a 9 into 2, 18. 18 plus 4, it comes out to be 22. Yes? Yes or no? Okay. Now here sulfur is 3 and here sulfur is 1. So what can we do is we write down here as 3. Can we write down here as 3? Okay, now again a little complicated equation. Barium changes to 3. Nitrogen remains as 6 only. Sulfur becomes 3. And what does oxygen change to again? 3 4s are 12 plus 3 3s are 9 and 2 18. So it changes to 30 atoms of sulfur. Now this barium is 3. I have to make this barium also 3. So I multiply it with here also 3. So 3 barium and nitrogen becomes as 3 2s are 6. And oxygen becomes as 3 2s are 6, 3s are 18 plus 12. Here also 18 plus 12. It becomes as 30. Now you can see barium as 3. Can you see barium as 3? Yes or no? I just do it so that you can recognize it more efficiently. Now, can you see barium as 3 and here also barium 3? Yes, in the reaction also. Nitrogen as 6 and here nitrogen also 6. Oxygen 30, oxygen 30, aluminium 2, sulfur 3, sulfur 3. So now our equation is balanced. I have given you one tricky equation as well so that you can understand and move on. We have given multiple problems, multiple equation problems to you so that you can understand them well. Yes or no? Yes. Now one intelligence check. I would like to ask you, is this equation given below balanced? Just let me know the answer whether it is yes or no in the comment box below. And students, still if you have any problem how to do the balancing of an equation, which is very simple concept, please write it in the comment box, contact me. I shall give you more multiple questions for the balancing. So now trigger your brain, do these balancing questions and do let me know. Please either WhatsApp me or contact me or write down these answers on the comment box below. Please let me know the answer. You can follow me on my Facebook page as well. That is Sneha Sopti Digital Classes. And even you can even write on the YouTube comment box. So if you have any questions, please proceed on and thank you for watching my video and our next video shall be on oxidation and reduction concept, a very interesting concept. If you have not subscribed my channel, please continue to subscribe it so that you may get the notification at the earliest for my videos. Have a happy learning.